Morning, guys, girls, people. Day 18, be positive. 8:02. Thanks for uh, hanging in there with us. Some of you, anyway. A lot of you are falling off. I understand. That's okay. If you look at the stats on the video, we started out with over 300-400 people. People get excited about it. As we start to move on, views are down to 2. Yesterday was 43. So I don't know if you're getting busy or if it's just harder to find the video. I don't know, but let's I kind of like going on Facebook here. This is why. Hey, good morning, guys. That I missed the other day when I was live on YouTube. So I've got a whole nother thing to do live now. What I'm going to do is, I'll upload this to YouTube, then I'll share it from YouTube, and we'll have people go to that channel, and we'll see how that works. But this I really like a lot better. So day 18, being positive. Again, we start off the day wonderful. It's beautiful outside. Northern Michigan is awesome. I don't know what you guys are experiencing across the United States or even in Canada. I got some people up there watching. But it's beautiful here. So let's get moving. I asked my wife, we talk, what does she think I could cover? When she asked me, well, she was the first person that instigated that I do live talk. She's been telling me to do this for a long time. She said, usually when you come up with something or you say something, it hits home with somebody. And I never planned it that way. I just realized or figured that people out there are like me, and we're like each other. And we witness and view and go through the same types of trials. So I just kind of share with you what's happening in my day, in my life, really. And, but I'll talk to her sometimes and ask her, what do you think we should discuss? What's important? What do you think people are missing? What can we talk about? And she's always got some great ideas. And last night she said self-worth. And I thought about that for a minute. And I'm not really sure what self-worth means. I know what it insinuates. I know what the words mean. And I know the general idea, right? You guys have an idea. Gratitude attack. I love that, Mr. Davis. Gratitude attack. Attitude of gratitude. What does self-worth mean? What does it mean to you? And what is your self-worth? Now, I think we've all said this before, right? I'm worth it. I'm going to eat that chocolate bar because I'm worth it. I'm not sure that's what we're talking about, but it works, right? I'm going to buy this for me because I'm worth it. I'm going to sleep in today because I'm worth it. Got to be somewhere around the self-worth value area, right? So how do we value ourselves, and where do we put that mark or that price? And I'm not sure. So why don't you tell me, where do you get your self-worth? As an entrepreneur or a business owner, I price my products, me, at where I feel the market is, but also based on what I feel I'm worth. And I do that a number of different ways. I've got 43 years under my belt as a martial artist. Should I be charging the same thing as somebody who paid for their black belt in a year and a half and is teaching? No. Should I be charging as much as my master? No. So where does your worth fall in there? And of course, you guys know I give myself way more than I charge, but it's just what we do. So I'm not sure that that's what we're talking about, though, as far as pricing yourself out. But let's do this. You tell me, well, the conversation kind of went this way. There are women in the world who allow, and I bet there's guys too, I would imagine there's gentlemen too, but our conversation was about some of the women that we know and have recognized and have helped in the past, and her own personal experience. There are ladies and that don't get treated exactly the way, they're not treated very well. How's that? Because you can't judge other people's markers, but they're not treated very well. And they allow it to happen based on their self-worth. Is that fair? Is that a fair statement? That's kind of how the conversation was. You settle. And I can see across the board, doesn't matter what your gender is, you have a tendency to settle based on what you think you're worth, whether it's a relationship, a job, um, your health, or your happiness, you're being positive. Do you settle based on your self-worth, And that, again, that shifts back to the paradigm um, that we were taught or we learned or we created as we were younger, what we actually believe. A paradigm, you set your markers on, this is just how it is, or this is what it needs to be. Some of the old ones from when I was young were, you work really hard until you can retire. You save for retirement. You keep the same job. That was a paradigm when I was growing up. You stay with the same job. My dad worked for Mountain Bell for more than 44 years. My stepdad, Rod. 44 years, I think, was the number. And he was a hard worker, and he loved his job most of the time. And he was smart and honest. And I thought, man, that's how you do it. You find something you love and you stick with it, and I was also told by other people back then, he who sits in the chair longest benefits the most. So again, longevity in a position, right? And nowadays, if you look at the paradigm, kids, and I don't know whether it's good or bad, but they're jumping from job to job to job to job. And you hear some people that are hiring them, which are also kids, and they say, they like the idea that they've worked in a couple of different places and have a lot of experience in different types of fields and things like that. And I don't know if I agree or disagree. You let me know. But that goes along with self-worth. If you're jumping from job to job or career to career, experience to experience, are you building your self-worth? Or if you stick around and you're loyal and you hang out and you work and you give your all, are you building your self-worth? Does it grow on top of itself? Is it exponential? Does it self-perpetuate? If you work for someone else, is your value in the employment or area or arena based on what they think it is or what they see it as? And then do you base your self-worth on that? Well, they're right. I miss a couple of days of work. I sleep in every once in a while. And so I really don't deserve that raise. I don't know. I would be willing to say that that's not how it works. It's not how it works with me. And I'm a weirdo. I believe, this is day 18 positive, this is my challenge is coming, here it comes, my ramblings are moving forward. There will be a clear destination sooner or later. I want you to know when we talk about goals, and we're setting goals here, and we're being positive, and we're doing wonderful things. We've had a lot of great challenges. Some of you have picked up the challenges and run with them. Some of you have picked and choose the ones that work fit for you, and I love it. Keep it up. But we all know as we set goals, sometimes we don't get exactly the goal we were looking for. We move forward, and we don't get the goal, but we're still moving forward. So I can tell you this, change is automatic. If you're looking for change, change is going to come no matter what. Okay, the weather's going to change, the stock market's going to change, finances are going to change, your body's going to change as you grow old or grow up or grow young or whatever, however you want to look at it. But it's going to change. Automatic changes happen automatically. It's progress that really makes you feel successful. Is that a good word? Complete. Give you that sense of achievement. So let me say that again. Change is automatic. Progress is what gives you that sense of fulfillment. So as we set our goals and we move towards them, don't forget to mark your progress. We talked about this the other day too. When you raise your bar, you put somewhere so when you fall, you got something to bounce off of, so you don't fall all the way down, right? So on the idea of setting goals and self-worth, do we base our goals and what we settle for on our self-worth? You set a lofty goal, which you should. You set that one, you get a clear vision and you start moving forward and you feel good about it and you step progress and you measure your progress and you move forward. You do everything right. And then your little thermostat kicks on and says, I haven't weighed 200 pounds since I was in high school. This is good. I'm good right here. I'm worth this. And you stop and you don't achieve the rest of it based on your self-worth. Well, I'm going to challenge you right now and I'm going to tell you to raise your standards. Raise them. Allow yourself to raise them. Now, I'm not talking about, well, maybe I am. I'm not going to limit it, okay? There's no limits on this. If you think you need a fur coat because that's the new standard, bless your heart, you go get a fur coat. Okay. If you think you need to drive that Mercedes-Benz or that Vector Aeromotive or that Volkswagen or whatever it is that you want to raise your standard to get to, do it. But I wasn't really talking just about material things. I'm talking about what you're willing to settle for, what you're willing to do for yourself, what you expect from yourself. Okay, rambling, but I got to say this. When you raise your standards, don't expect others to do the same. Please. If you're in a relationship where everybody has relationships, friends, enemies, wife, husband, brother, sister, whatever. You're in a relationship. When you raise your standards, which is an awesome thing to do not expect others to raise their standards with you, around you, or for you, okay? You can't expect anybody else to change. Don't force them to. You don't allow them to do what they need to do, okay? That's a slippery slope. So when you raise your standards, and listen, I'm guilty of that. You can ask my students, you can ask my wife, bless her heart. When I start getting down on myself and I start noticing, because I'm the type of guy that I let it slip, and I'll take care of other people, and I'll slip until I hit bottom somewhere and I've totally dropped off of something that was important to me, and I'll bounce and get not angry, but I'll get adamant about the idea that, dang it, why did I do that? And then I'll pick on others first. I'll start noticing their inconsistencies and their lack of perfection in areas, and I'll point it out at times. And I'm trying to not do that, but I still do a little bit right before I turn that mirror back on me and go, Jim, this is really about you. It's not about them. Get off your butt and get back to it. Okay, so if I've done that to you, I apologize, because I know I have. Mr. Volwinkle, Sarah, all my kids. I'm not going to apologize. Just make sure I apologize to everybody. There you go. And if I haven't done it yet, I'll get to you. Okay, so raise your standards, make it lovable, make it livable, and make it measurable so that you understand what's happening. And you don't have to jump from here to here right away, but a little bit at a time. So today, raise your standards in a certain area. Be happy. We're talking about being positive. You might as well be positive. There's your standard raise, right? And on that note, create a plan of action with more than one avenue or venue to get you there. Let me rephrase that. When you set a goal, when you raise your standards, when you're looking for change, and you only have one way to do it, chances of failing on that one way are pretty good. How many times will you fall and allow yourself to get back up? Well, if your self-worth is low and you haven't raised your standards, you may quit after 4 or 5 times of bumping your head, right? So you got a goal, you got one way to get there. Oh, man, I'm going to try again. Oh, man, I'm going to try again. Oh, man, I'm not going to try anymore. Well, maybe one more. Well, that's it. One avenue, you're done. Here's an example. A lot of people want to lose weight. Okay, so they set a goal. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to raise my standard. I am not going to live like this. I'm not going to be unhealthy. How are you going to do it? I'm going to get up and run 5 miles every morning. That'll help me lose weight. Well, I've heard it said you can't outrun a bad diet, but we'll come back to that. So you get up in the morning, the first morning, and you take off. And you get to mile 1. What have I done? And you get to mile 3. Okay, I can do this. And you get to mile 4, and you forgot to turn around and come back halfway. So now you're going to have to run 8 miles to get home. And you decide to walk. And you walk back. Well, the next morning, what happens? You wake up and you go, I'm not going to make that mistake. You run 2 miles. You get to 2 miles, you go, it's about 2.5. Turn around, you run back. Get about halfway there, start to walk, and man, this is going to be tough. So day 5, you get up and you go, I'm going to skip today. I've been really good. I did 4 days. That's enough for this week. And you lower your standards. Day 7, day 8, you haven't run anymore. Running's kind of tough. I don't like to run. And you convince yourself that you need to do something else. Well, that one course of action was not a massive action plan. It was one. And you allowed yourself the out. Happens to the best of us, even if we raise our standards. So when I say create an action plan that has massive action, Give yourself more than one way to accomplish a goal. If it's weight loss, you're going to diet, you can run, you can walk, you can dance, you can lift weights, you can do martial arts, you can do this and that and this and that. Diet. Eat the right foods. Don't just jump on a diet. Eat good stuff. It's a breakfast for me. I don't think you see breakfast or not. But so we got a massive action plan. So when one of the two of those don't work for us and they don't fit with us, we've got more than one way to get there, and we've raised our standards, and we're not going to accept anything less, because why? We're worth it. Oh, what's his name? You guys got to look up Stuart Smalley. I'm sorry. Insert joke here. Look up Stuart Smalley. I think it was Saturday Night Live. May have been Mad TV. I'm rambling. All right, let's review. Let's get back to my rambles. Self-worth. What is it? What does it mean? Okay. How do you determine yours? Do you let other people determine it? It's day 18 of being positive. I can tell you this. Change is automatic. Results and growth is what you want for fulfillment, okay? So when you have progress in anything and you notice your progress, pat yourself on the back and be fulfilled with the idea that you're moving in the right direction, okay? Massive action plan. Whenever you create a goal, have more than one way to achieve that goal or get started on that goal, then move. Never leave the sight of making a goal without doing something toward its fulfillment, okay? You're making a goal right now, sit down and map it out, get up and move. Got it? Self-worth was Sarah's. Raise your standards was mine. Okay. One of my favorite questions every morning, and this is kind of off topic, but I'm always off topic. And you know what I find out is the more rambling I do, the more people I touch, because not always one message is for everybody. That's just how I teach. My first question usually every morning when I see people, if they just woke up, is this: what'd you dream about? First question. Why? Usually that's when they remember it, or you'll remember it the most. Sometimes you get, I didn't dream. That's not true. Everybody dreams, and it's pretty much all the time. Not remembering your dream comes from a couple of reasons. And this might tell you a little bit about yourself, okay? If you wake up in the morning and you hit the ground running, your head goes right, as soon as you're awake, your head goes to, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to get up and do this, I need to get the dog outside. Dreams are gone. They'll go away. So if you wake up right away and that's how you wake up, dreams usually disappear. Dreams are awesome. Dreams are where you work out problems, learn new things, try and attempt the incredible and impossible, and either achieve or don't achieve in your dream. And they'll allow you to do things that you wouldn't want to do here, maybe, to see how you feel about it. And when you wake up, go, man, I really need to do that, or I'm glad that didn't happen in real life. It teaches you a lot about yourself, right? So what I'd like you to do is keep a dream journal. I do this, and I'm guilty of not doing it all the time. For the last couple months, you get busy and things happen and it slips away. But it's important. I think it is, and it's fun to do. Keep a notepad next to your bed or a recorder or something. Plan to not get up right away. Don't sleep in and call your boss and say, hey, Jim said I was going to not get up today, and just blame him. I'll take responsibility if you want me to, but set your alarm earlier, okay? Hit that snooze button knowing damn well you're not going to get out of bed yet. Hit it. Roll right back over to the position you were in and dream and remember it and go through it in your head, no matter how crazy or how out there it is. Roll over in there, write that stuff down right away. And you're going to find out that you'll write down stuff you didn't remember, and you'll remember so much stuff you can't write it all down. Write down the important things, set it away. Do that for a week or two. Go back and read your dreams. You're going to get messages. You're going to get holy shit ideas. You're going to get happy thoughts. You're going to remember people you've forgotten for years, or think about somebody, it's awesome. So, and then I'm going to ask you tomorrow, what'd you dream about? As soon as I see you, I'm going to ask you, what'd you dream about? And you can ask me too, and I'll tell you. Be careful what you ask, because I will answer the question. Okay, I think that's good. I like Facebook a lot better. I'm going to go here. Still go like the YouTube page. I'm going to try take this over, load it from there, and share the links. But I don't get the communication part as much as, and this makes me feel good. I love seeing you guys on here and talking to you. So have a beautiful day. Make it count. Day 18 of being positive. Dream journal. Massive action plan. Change is automatic. It's progress that you want to use to fulfill yourself. And self-worth. If you want to stick a price tag on it, go right ahead. I think, what was it, Mimi Pearl, what was her name? I don't remember. Call BR549 and we'll talk about price here. But self-worth. Give it a shot. Let me know your stories. Continue to talk to me. I'm getting some good feedback, and I love it because you guys are teaching me a lot. And again, I'll tell you, you've helped me more than you could ever know by being out there for me. I love you. Have a great day, and I'll see you. Let's see, today's Thursday. I'll see you in the morning. It can be about 8 o'clock again. Okay, sounds good. Have a great day.